Sun in Scorpio in the ninth house for Pisces rising writers. What happens when the seeker becomes the transformer? What happens when truth is not just found in books but in the underworld? When your voice doesn't just explain but awakens? This is the journey of Pisces rising with the Sun in Scorpio in the ninth house. And for the writer, this is the path from mystical intuition to philosophical power, from quiet sensing to soul-level revelation. The ninth house is the house of belief, of knowledge, of spiritual journeys, of long roads that stretch beyond borders. And with the Sun here, your identity is shaped by exploration. Now place that Sun in Scorpio, the sign of depth, death, rebirth, and power. And you get a writer who doesn't just question, they delve, they dig, they dismantle in order to understand. As a Pisces rising, you are already tuned to the invisible. You feel more than you speak. You sense meaning before it takes form. But Scorpio in the ninth asks you to go further. Not just to feel, but to figure it out. To face the mysteries, to pursue the pain, to walk into the shadowlands of truth and bring back something real. As a writer, this means your voice carries weight, not volume, but gravity. You don't skim, you don't flinch, you don't write for entertainment. You write to reveal, to uncover, to name the unnameable. Your stories may be dark, but they're never cruel. They are quests, rituals, initiations. You write to research, reveal, and transform. You may write with emotional intensity, philosophical insight, a love of hidden systems, a tone that challenges and compels. Your prose can be convincing. It has teeth. It is deep, rich, and profound. You are not interested in surface-level answers. You want the truth, even when it's hidden. Especially when it's hidden. You may write about complex scientific subjects such as quantum physics, or spiritual subjects such as death and rebirth. Sexuality and survival could be subjects you explore, or esoteric belief systems, mysticism, trauma, psychology, religion. How power is earned, lost, or reclaimed. Your characters may undergo crisis, collapse, reconstruction. They may face betrayal, initiation, or liberation. Through them, you write your own evolution. But Scorpio guards, and Pisces dissolves. You may struggle with how much to share. The ninth house wants to teach, but Scorpio wants to protect. You may hesitate to publish what you've survived, to say what you really believe, but your strength lies in your willingness to go there. To say the hard thing, not to shock, but to free, to guide others through what you've faced. You heal when you stop hiding your free intensity, when you stop thinking it's too much. You heal when you write your wisdom, even if it came through fire. You heal when you honor what you've lived and turn it into a map for someone else. Your readers are like your students. They don't want sugar, they want substance. They want a voice that will tell them the truth, a voice that has walked through the dark and come back with something significant. And when you write from this place, with Scorpio's soul and ninth house vision, you become that voice. You become the torchbearer, the professor, the revealer. You may be drawn to spiritual memoir, philosophical essay, psychological fiction, cultural commentary, or writing about sexuality, death, and transformation. You may be attracted to global storytelling rooted in myth, or travel writing that is more than surface facts. You may teach, or write about teachers, not just to instruct, but to initiate students into the value of learning itself. You don't write to soothe, but to unveil, because your wisdom was earned, and it's needed. You tackle complex subjects such as myth, instinct, religion, rebirth, love, power, and liberation. Ninth house Scorpio voices are penetrating, transformative, and uncompromising. So if you are Pisces rising with Sun in Scorpio in the ninth house, you are the writer who is here to illuminate and guide people through the forest of belief, of science, of the myriad concerns of humanity. You are here to turn questions into torches and pain into pages. You are a channel of higher wisdom from regions unknown. Share what you've uncovered, because you are the writer who helps others find what they didn't know they were looking for. And you don't just give them a map, you give them an atlas of the ocean floor and a star chart too. And that ends our astrological analysis. Please like and subscribe. And why not check out your moon placement next? Happy writing!